Good morning everyone and welcome to House News. As the top 5 coffee producers and exporters in the world, Indonesia's potential will create opportunities in order to meet the high demand of global coffee consumption. Indonesia launched a foreign policy on coffee diplomacy that involves a variety of stakeholders to increase Indonesia's coffee exports and give branding to Indonesia's specialty coffee. Safe houses or shelters are a sign of the presence of the state in supporting the protection of survivors of violence, especially children and women. Ensuring that they get the best services to recover and get justice is an important task, not only for the central government or related ministry, but also for all parties up to the regional level. Exactly 1 year after French duo Daft Punk shocked fans by announcing unceremonious split, they have returned to social media and are hosting a one-day only live stream of a 1997 show on Twitch. As a form of substitution and also a step to encourage investment achievement in Indonesia, as well as a form of strengthening cooperation and improving the quality and quantity of the economy, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic, Commission 6 of the House discussed the development of investment and trade agreements that the Indonesian government has made with various countries. Indonesia's 2 largest Islamic organizations, Nahdlatul Ulama and Muhammadiyah, are supported to be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize because these 2 groups have played a key role in promoting religious tolerance in the country and the world. Russia launched an attack on Ukraine early Thursday local time, capping a month of long build-up of forces. Explosions were heard in Kyiv, Ukraine's capital. According to NBC News, US President Joe Biden said he would announce a more retaliatory measure in response to the attack. A pleasure of drinking coffee becoming the new way of communication as a soft diplomacy. Through this coffee diplomacy, the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation, or BKSOP of the House, hopes this will open up potential cooperation opportunities between Indonesia and Turkey.
Chairperson of Indonesia-Turkey Bilateral Cooperation Group or GKSB of the House, Farhan said, this conference is part of people-to-people diplomacy to talk about the results of Indonesia's bilateral visit to Turkey last year and the opportunity or possibility to start arranging some programs that can be realized in the form of formal cooperations between Indonesian and Turkey's parliament, including Indonesia-Turkey Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, culture, education, and tourism.
Hubungan ekonomi yang sudah dicanangkan baik oleh Presiden Indonesia maupun Presiden Turki pada tahun 2017 yang lalu, yaitu peningkatan volume perdagangan Indonesia-Turki sampai 10 miliar dolar. Nah, itu kan mesti wujudnya real, tidak hanya pabrik kata-kata, mesti real nih, itu yang sedang kita jajaki bersama.
Farhan adds, last December, Indonesian Ministry of Trade holding a coffee exhibition in Istanbul, Turkey. Unfortunately, Indonesia can't fulfill the huge demands from the trader and coffee maker in Turkey. Farhan hopes in the future it will be fulfilled by Indonesian coffee farmers. Fitian and Sanjaya, TVR Parlemen, report.
Lots of sexual violence cases disclosure shows that Indonesia has a high number of sexual violence. Vice Speaker for People's Welfare of the House, Muhammadiyah, supports and appreciates the shelters for sexual violence survivors so that they have a strong foundation for traumatic healing.
Patut menjadi contoh bagi semua lembaga masyarakat untuk bisa memberikan bantuan cepat dan perlindungan yang memadai. Kita ini punya prinsip gotong royong. Selain pemerintah, yaitu kebersamaan dan partisipasi masyarakat.
In visits to one of foundation that accommodate the sexual violence survivor in Jakarta, Muhaimin Iskandar has dialogue with the survivors. Muhaimin asserts sexual violence and harassment in Indonesia need to be handled seriously. Therefore, the sexual violence bill that has been approved as parliament initiative should be prioritized to be passed into law immediately.
Disusun secara komprehensif, jangan ada titik celah yang membuat di judicial review, makanya harus tuntas.
Muhaimin Iskandar hopes sexual violence survivors can live better and get protection and financial supports from the government. Dodi Muharam, TVR Parlemen, reports.
On February 22, 2022, Daft Punk shared rare footage from their December 12, 1997 show in Los Angeles when they played the set without their iconic helmets. Daft Punk also released a deluxe anniversary edition of their debut album, Homework, which came out 25 years ago.
From Daft Punk in 1995 to Get Lucky in 2013. Daft Punk became the torchbearers for French house music across the globe, winning 6 Grammy Awards and pioneering the monumental sound and light shows that came to characterize the electronic dance movement or EDM of recent years. They did so while almost never revealing their faces. The ubiquitous helmets became another much copied trope of EDM stars, but also awarded Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel de Homem Christo freedom from the fame that quickly encircled them. Their fourth last album in 2013, Random Access Memories, was a phenomenal success, winning them 4 Grammys the following year, including Best Record for Get Lucky, the million-selling lead single featuring Pharrell Williams and Nile Rodgers.
Commission 6 of the House pushes the increasing of bilateral and multilateral investment in Indonesia and asks the government to give legal certainty of investment to the investors.
Commission 6 of the House holding a joint meeting with the Chamber of Trade Eurocham, US-Asian Business Council, Korea Trade Investment Promotion Agency, and Jakarta Japan Club in order to get input related to bilateral and multilateral investment in Indonesia. In this event, Eurocham Indonesia conveys European Union distribution investment in Indonesia. During 2010 till 2017, it only reached 5% of investment, compared to Singapore that successfully reached 70%. So that the Indonesia and European Union Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, or IUCEPA, is expected to increase the Indonesia change to achieve more investment from European Union. Speaking in Nusantara One building, Vice Chairperson of Commission 6, Martin Manurung appreciates the Chamber of Trade and Bilateral Industry or KADIN that helped to create investment climate in Indonesia. Martin assesses Indonesia has high potential of investment, but it still needs political, economy, and law assurance to the investor.
Menginginkan tadi ada 3 hal. Pertama, adanya kepastian. Jadi baik itu sosial, politik, ekonomi, dan juga hukum. Nah, yang kedua, mereka juga sebenarnya sangat mengapresiasi Undang-Undang Cipta Kerja. Mereka menghormati juga putusan Mahkamah Konstitusi yang memberi waktu pada pemerintah selama 2 tahun untuk menyempurnakan. Akan tetapi mereka butuh sekarang mana kepastian, mana aturan-aturan yang memang sudah implementable, yang bisa diimplementasikan, mana yang harus menunggu.
Commission 6 of the House also have agreed the ratification of 3 trade agreements, namely Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, Indonesia-Korean Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, and Asian Trade of Service Agreement. This ratification will be done through bills. Finita Enzia, TVR Parlemen, report.
Vice Speakers for People's Welfare of the House, Muhammad Iskandar, proposed 2 big community organizations in Indonesia, NU and Muhammadiyah, to get the Nobel Peace Prize because NU and Muhammadiyah already actively contribute to the peacemaking and peacekeeping at Indonesia and at the global level.
Muhammad Iskandar explained, Nobel Peace Prize is reasonable to be nominated to NU and Muhammadiyah because they have a lot contribution and achievement in keeping peace, tolerance, and unites Indonesian people, up to giving international humanity assistance and advocation, and also protecting the minority rights. For that, Muhammad will attempt to make NU and Muhammadiyah can be nominated to achieve the Nobel Peace Prize.
Kenapa NU dan Muhammadiyah sangat layak untuk menerima hadiah Nobel ini? Karena banyak sekali keterlibatan Nahdlatul Ulama dan juga Muhammadiyah di dalam forum-forum perdamaian di level global, baik menjadi penengah konflik di berbagai negara, juga aktif di dalam forum-forum strategis.
To achieving that Nobel Prize, Muhaimin Iskandar will form a technical team to write a letter to committee in Norway Parliament, also asked the President Joko Widodo give an official support related to this nomination. Dodi Muharam, TVR Parlemen, reports.
Russian forces launched an attack on Ukraine early Thursday, 26 February 2022, morning local time, marking the devastating culmination of months of Kremlin military build-up near its former Soviet neighbor's border.
After Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a military action in Ukraine, explosions were heard in the country's capital of Kyiv, according to NBC News. U.S. President Joe Biden, who had worked to deter an invasion through diplomacy and a round of sanctions, condemned the action Wednesday night. In his statement, Biden said Putin has chosen a premeditated war that will bring a catastrophic loss of life and human suffering. Biden said he would meet with the G7 leaders that last Thursday, then announced the further consequences that the United States and the allies and partners will impose on Russia for this needless act of aggression against Ukraine and global peace and security. The invasion caps a drawn-out build-up to an attack on Ukraine foreshadowed by Putin. It came even as Europe and the U.S. made last-ditch attempts at diplomacy during an emergency United Nations meeting Wednesday night.
And that's House News for today. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good day.